Hi, and welcome to Success on Fast Forward. Today I have Louise Thompson all the way from Perth, Australia. How are you, Louise?
I'm good. How are you? How are you coping over there in New Zealand?
Oh, not too bad. We go down to level 3 next week, so hopefully that can mean a little bit more movement with real estate, but it is what it is, and we have to work within that. So, yeah. So, Louise, I know you're into property, real estate, developments, actually from New Zealand originally, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, I am. I'm from Nelson, so not too far from you at all.
Yeah, we're
And
born and bred in Nelson.
in fact, I want to. Yeah, no, I love Nelson. We keep on. Are you getting it as well? Like I
I
keep
don't know
on
if it's
freezing.
flag. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
I think it's okay now.
All right. Okay. It was
Yeah.
just
So,
yeah. All right. You go.
no, all I'm wanting to say is, so tell us about yourself, Louise.
All right. Yeah. So I'm a property developer and renovator, and I have short-term stays, accommodation as well. So I pretty much dabble in everything property investing. I've got a wee patch that I like to work in Oklahoma at the moment, but I'm planning on going into Austin where I can finally travel again.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
and work out of there. So that'll be amazing. And New Zealand's on my list as well. I do
I
want
know.
to come over and start getting some deals over there. And
I'm getting the deals ready for you, so I can't wait, Louise,
so
either. Yeah. So tell me, how did you get started?
yeah. No, absolutely. Well, I've always been, I was in the Northwest for many years, about 20 plus years in Northwest Australia, and we're electrical and we were refrigeration contractors up there. So
Yeah.
we used to have a lot in the construction industry. Um, I actually went to some seminars and started looking at all property as I love property, as I've never been into shares or anything. So I decided property was definitely the engine that I wanted to use to create wealth.
Yeah.
So I went along and listened to all the different strategies and that people were doing. And I just thought, no, bugger it, I'm just going to go in for the kill and go straight for development. I didn't bother doing the renovations first or getting into it. I just thought, the dollars are in developing. So that was where I put my focus. So soon after I'd done my little boot camp and everything, I came back and bought a couple of sites and got DAs and started building. So
Wow.
that was it. And then for the American side of it, my daughter, she's in America, she's an actor. So I was helping to finance her, and I thought, well, how am I going to do that? So I thought, well, I best get into property over there as well. So I've now got my visa and everything over there, and I've got a business over there, or I'm ready to crank it on and
Yeah.
get it all happening on both sides of the world.
Wow. So you're pretty well spread but pretty diversified as well, haven't you with your portfolio?
Oh, absolutely. Like I found that if I just had the development arm, even though you can pay yourself the project manager's fee within your feasibility and factor that all in, I found that because of the length of the build that it would take from the time that you purchased and went through and got all your permits and approvals and actually got it built into practical completion and handover and all these certificates of occupancy, it was such a long time without getting any.
Yeah, bit true.
That's when I thought, well, you know what, I will give the renovating side of it a bit of flip, a sort of a side of it a go, because it would fill in those months. Because as a developer, you do all your work sort of at the beginning and at the end. I mean, you go in and you check on your site, check your builders are there, but they take the ownership during your build. So there really isn't a lot for you to do unless there's a variation or they come up with a problem. So I had so much time on my hands, which was kind of the plan, but yeah, I had to make some money in between as well. So yeah, but I'm loving the creating things. It's like it's amazing turning something from the ugly duckling into the swan, and it's beautiful.
Yeah. And prices over in Perth, what are they like?
You know what? So far we're holding up okay. with my Airbnbs, I've got a 93% occupancy in at the moment. I haven't been affected. And I know the States and a lot of places in the world, they really have.
New Zealand, Christchurch has been with Airbnbs. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we seem to. I've seemed to be pretty good with that. You know, people have come in, and of course, we've got the mining sector, and that doesn't seem to be slowing down. And because that's coming in, the big mining companies, when we were closing our borders, they brought in a lot of their key personnel and their FIFO workers, and they brought them into Perth. So we had people quarantining. And also I've got one of the Rio Tinto bosses. He's in one of my houses at the moment. His family, because they brought him in from overseas to come in. Just because of the shortage, you're not being able to do it with the border closure. Yeah, so that's interesting. But as far as the sales go, I don't think we're allowed the open houses and everything now. So it's not in CoreLogic. It is not showing up that we've really had any drops as yet, but it might not show for another quarter or another month or two before it actually might show that there's a fall.
Yeah. Oh no. You've done, like, you took the bull by the horns. You went straight into development. Not a lot of people can do that. As you say, they take stepping stones, but you've done that. And then, as you say, you've diversified in the meantime with your Airbnbs and your renovations, and now in America. So it's pretty exciting, isn't it, for you?
It is. I did a deal in America that it started off being the biggest pig that you could possibly ever get. It was like a really old 1906 house, was huge, in a really bad area. I went into it with a partnership with a friend of mine, and it just was going to overcapitalize on trying to get out of that deal, but it ended up with an amazing story because it's now used as a home for a group home or a home for ladies coming out of incarceration or drugs and everything. So it's ended up, missionaries have now taken it over, and it's housing 20-odd ladies, and they're getting a re-entry back into society. And there's such a huge population in Oklahoma of incarcerated women that it's turned out to be quite amazing project. So you get to do some really cool things over there. The opportunities are great.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. But the thing is, though, like in anything, there's always some good deals and some bad deals, but it's how you work through them, isn't it? And then, how you either turn them around or what you do to make them right, really. And you learn by your mistakes as well, don't you?
Yeah, and that's where I love it. I love the troubleshooting. I like the excitement. I think if I had a deal that just went really smooth all the way through, I think I'd probably stab myself in the eye. No, I love a bit of a challenge. I do. I rise to a challenge, and I like to get creative. That's one of my strengths, is to have the creative strategies and go, okay, well, that didn't work. What the hell are we going to do to get out of this wee mess? And I like it. I must be a bit of a sicko.
No,
it's great.
So
maybe it's a Kiwi blood.
As well, but no, I think it's more. Look, if you have to figure something out, then that's the exciting part. Like, what can we do next? What can we think outside the box? I love that part of it. I love that when I'm negotiating deals. I love it anytime. Like, I love it when people put that stuff in front of me and they think they're going to, put this big objection or something in front of me. I love it because I love dealing with it. No, you're not sick, or maybe we're both sick, but I'm not sure. But I think that's just part of business and working through business and, business, women on their own and having to strategically plan things and do things. I think that's a good strength to be, to have. Yeah.
No, it is fantastic. It's exciting. Like the day it gets boring is the day I'll have to stop. I do like to take the challenges. I'm looking at a deal in the States at the moment, and it's an old church, and I want to turn it into a hostel, and it's right in the middle of a residential area. I can't help myself, and I'm ready to get on to the council
Next
and
time I talk to you, you would have done it. I know for a fact.
Well, I'm on a mission. They've
Yeah.
closed down. I can't get my zoning changes. They're not having any public hearings with what's going on. So we'll see whether I can get that deal off the ground or not. But yeah, no, exciting times. I love it.
It is, and I think, you know, like even for us, like even though, you know, things have quietened down and stuff like that, there's so many opportunities still out there, Louise. And I think, you know, you going abroad and then diversifying is just, you know, great. You look at different things, which is, you know, a lot of people in business don't. So I'm hoping that people watching this can realize that, you know, there is more than one way to skin a cat, and, you know, and how to look at these things really.
Yeah, oh, I know. I mean, like, a lot of people don't like to go outside their turf. It doesn't worry me. I'm managing to work, you know, from this side of the world.
Yeah, exactly. And with all the internet that we can.
Yep. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's all about your team. I've certainly learned some big lessons over in the States, you know, like, but you do wherever you are, you know, you've just got to filter through and then find a really good team. And once you've got a good team behind you, you know, you can fly. You don't need to be there. Yeah. You know, be there for the key staff, and then you just got to take that leap of faith, really, you know, like jump off the cliff and sink or swim.
Yeah, as you say, not everybody likes to take risks, but being a risk taker, you know, it is good, and it's obviously paid off for you. What would be the one bit of advice that you would give somebody if they were starting out to look at doing developments or renos and that?
I would say, I would honestly say, get a mentor to at least get you started, just so that you don't make some mistakes, because a lot of the mentors out there, they've already been there and done that and made those mistakes. So they're there for you to learn and grow from. But, you know, like, you've got to take that leap of faith and start, you know, because you're better to take some action than no action. You could be a full-time student. You need to, you know, take that leap of faith and do it. My daughter's 21 and she's already done her first deal, and she did that without a brass cracker. She didn't have any money whatsoever, and I did not help her financially. She went and found a money partner. Someone helped her in that way, and she did the flip, and she's now out of the deal and got some cash.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's knowledge. Knowledge is king.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, I'll agree as well. Like, I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't have the coaches that were coaching me, or mentors that have helped me to be where I am, because you're always learning something, or there's always a new way. And, you know, I think it's quite new doing investments with no money down. You know, we don't discuss that a lot, and especially in New Zealand, it's not widely talked about. But there are people out there that have money, they want to invest, but they don't want to do the work that we do. So it's, you know, it's trying to key into those people. You know, we do the work, they invest, we all make money. So
it's ideal. It's a way to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't keep funding your own deals. You run out of cash. And, you know, like, and I got to that stage, I was doing all my deals on my own merit, and then you run out of money, and it's like, shit, now what do I do? So it's exactly right. So you have to have that knowledge behind you to be able to get it happening.
And I was the same many years ago when I was doing all my developments and projects and subdivisions and all that. I used my own money and all that. Now, if I had have known what I know now, I'd be in a completely different situation. I would have done things so differently. But good though, because then now I can help other people, and now I can, you know, get on and do some. So I'm looking forward to doing some deals with you, Louise, in New Zealand.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. We're going to have so much fun. We will have so much fun.
No one will know what's hit them, but that's okay.
I know. We'll get out there, crack the whip. It'll be on. We'll be on.
So, hey, it's lovely talking to you, and thank you very much for taking the time. I know you're super busy, but it's just good to, you know, hear from other people about what they're doing in the industry.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for having me.
No worries. We'll talk
Stay
soon.
safe.
Bye.
Bye.